Welcome back, everybody, here to the Manila Majors Grand Final for the Chinese region.
It's beginning.
It is the matchup of the brands. It's EHOME going up against Newbee.
A lot of legendary players.
Yes, a lot
Really.
of legendary players that just slowly removing their foot from the ass of from the poor young team.
CDC.
Life was really hard for him, but we wanted to have a team which was coming into this grand final with confidence to go up against Newbee. I know we bumped into Shiva previously, and she's just like,
Yeah.
it's going to be a 3-0.
Yeah.
Newbee's going to slaughter everyone. And
I
I'm like, no, I got confidence in EHOME to give us a good series.
actually think the series is not going to be a slaughter. Like, everyone in the panel or anyone in the studio, it feels like, believe that Newbee are going to take it like it's nothing.
Yep.
I believe that Newbee are super strong and the favorite for sure. But EHOME, they just took a 2-0 against CDC as well. It looked very dominant. They had some great teamfight executions. Both Fenrir and Lanham performed massively.
Holy, yeah, they were unbelievable.
Yeah, and that's what you want to have happen. You want to have these two key players just give it their best. You want to bring in the supports and just make sure that you can control the game.
What I love too about it is, like, we could have had a long break. EHOME were given the option to have time off. They probably could have even called for like an hour break before the next series happened.
They could have.
But instead, they're just like, let's go right now. It might also be because they don't want Newbee to have time to just sit there and watch back over their replays and just feel a little bit more comfortable about what they saw. So EHOME can just come into this with momentum more than anything else.
It's that, yeah, exactly, as you finish there. It's about keeping the momentum from your win that you just had. Sure, Newbee, they already took a 2-0 as well against CDC, so both of them have achieved the same thing today. But it's about a feeling. Like, atmosphere in the team gets really good right around when you win, and EHOME just going immediately here. Okay, let's see the bans as we head into this game.
Yeah.
Bounty Hunter, Lion, Wisp, probably Doom or Batrider. Yep.
The Lions some good respect to EHOME as well. And with the Doombringer pickup, no surprise at all. I think both these teams were really looking to go for that hero, and we actually see EHOME, again, they pull out this DK, but for the first time they get to couple it with an Enchantress.
Yeah. The Dragon Knight is really core in what they do. Like, it's very central around their playstyle because it allows them to take towers. It also is super tanky way of initiating. We've seen him blink in with Old Chicken, just going completely crazy and starting stuff.
It's almost like that, like the sponge kind of player. I jump in, I get the initiation off, and then instantly everyone's like, he's a core, and he's initiating. I should blow the living crap out of this guy.
That's the thing. We saw in the last game that he blinked in. He didn't even have any teammates with him. He blinked in, ran a little circle around Medusa, for style points, I guess, stunned her up, and started running back. And the enemy were like, wait, he's alone. And that's when stuff happened.
It was almost like the Dragon Knight taunt self, like kind of positional thing. Maybe he's taking some lessons from Moon.
Possibly. No item drops were spotted, though.
He's not Swindles. All right, Newbee, how are you going to couple this? You're up against a DK, you're up against an Enchantress. You actually go for the Disruptor pickup, so some counter initiation, some teamfight control arriving, but could be a bit of a weak hero if DK can get a good initiation with Enchantress behind.
It could be, but at the same time it goes the other way around as well. Disruptor against Enchantress is 160 magic damage on level 1. It's tons of damage, it's hard to deal with. And Newbee played very well, so I'm not surprised at all to see this pick in the second phase or in the second pick, as it also keeps the draft very open for them.
Reserve time.
All right, so next phase of bans, what are we looking to take out?
I would say they should respect somehow heroes. Just get rid of the carries that you don't want to play against. If it's Spectre, then maybe get rid of that. If it's Gyro, How is notoriously one of the best Gyros in the Chinese scene, I would say. And Drow, not today.
Denied again.
Yep, and that's the 3 for 3 right now is the ban rate for Drow today against EHOME.
Yep, and we actually had Drow banned out in the first 2 at one point.
Exactly, first phase ban. And Sven gonna be the second ban off here. Sven and Doom together just feel like a very good powerhouse. Like, it's a smart ban, I think, getting rid of it.
Yep.
It does leave a lot of options, but that's just the way it goes. Howl is pretty flexible, and you can only get rid of the ones that you fear the most.
What else have you really got as well for Newbee when it comes to, like, unless they're going to go into the Tidehunter pickup, like, they don't really have good Ancient Clearers at the moment.
I'm not quite sure what they want to play on the offlane in this game. Okay, there's that Fenrir.
He's back again.
Yeah, and
he slaughtered in the previous game. He'll probably slaughter in this one as well.
Kind of surprised they didn't ban it in the second phase. Maybe they, felt that he was not the key component in the previous game, but he definitely looked like he was doing a lot.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
It looks, we're not deceiving, he was doing a lot. We still have to see who our Ice 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 hero is going to be, and Old 11 hero. Ice 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 is pretty open for anything at the moment, and they did last pick for him before.
Again, he is the type of player that could play a ton of different things, and the offlane...
I'm still waiting for that Prophet. Like, you now got the Enchantress on your side too. Maybe you go for like the DK Enchantress Prophet big push, because if there's no cleave...
Oh, okay. Wow, that's fast.
Whoa.
They were not even thinking. The Tide pick came out and they just insta-clicked.
I think Old 11 knew exactly what was coming. Like, you think about like what options are really left in the off lane that can help take out some Ancients.
That's fair.
Because you're probably not going to get a safe laner that can do it.
Dude, they really want to keep the momentum up. When you draft like that, you don't even think for a second when the enemy picks. I think that's a little bit too much. He was like spam clicking that button. But it's confidence. I like it. And Lone Druid is a power hero, so see what they can make happen with it. Newbee are securing a strong team fight though. Looking at the first three here, Tidehunter, Disruptor, Doom, this is aimed at controlling the fight.
Yeah, they got a lot of control, but their initiation is still a little bit sloppy. Like, their counter initiation is really good. And now they go for a Spectre, so in a way they create a Chaos initiation.
Right, yeah. And, I mean, Spectre can always start things for the Spectral Dagger, jump onto an enemy, pop drums for your team if you go for that, but most likely it's just going to be the Vanguard Radiance build that's more popular in the Chinese scene, not so much as the CIS scene.
I like how EHOME take out the Razor as well. A very problematic hero we've seen already today. And it's primarily because I think they just want to get a quick pick and move on to the next target. If they have to go through both Razor and Spectre, and Tide, and Doom, that's a lot of life.
Well, there's probably going to be a lot of life in every game. Everyone just, seems so hard to kill, but Dragon Knight just doesn't do too well against Razor. So they want to get rid of this because, it's a lot to go through for a DK.
Okay, they take out the Brood Mother. That would have actually been so brutal for them because the Spectre can't defend against a Brood Mother, and with everyone else, they're just forced down the lane.
There we go. There's support Phoenix again.
Wait, hang on. Who's mid?
They're gonna play
Tide mid? Spec mid?
This is kind of strange.
Unless that's a Phoenix, like, core.
No, they've played Phoenix support a lot, so I think they're just doing Doom as a core.
Right, Hal's got the Spectre.
Yeah. KP is on the Doom. Moo on the Tide, so they put Tide mid in. Tide mid against DK is actually kind of evil, because it's very hard to last it against the Acker Smash. So, interesting lanes. They're just drafting to have the best possible 5-man team fight. Newbee are not aiming to push. Newbee are not aiming to gank. Newbee are aiming to be the strongest core of 5 that you could possibly get.
Do they have enough D push to stop EHOME from taking out their early towers?
I think they're they're not gonna have wave clear to D push, but they're gonna defend their towers pretty vigorously. I think so. Interesting. They need to get a lot of levels on Newbee before they go into fights, though, and that's why I worry for them.
I suppose EHOME will also be waiting for those early levels.
Yeah.
Like, the DK won't really be harassing mid until he's got that level 6. Lone Druid kind of wants a couple levels up as well. There's obviously going to be a lot of rotations and kills that way. When I say harassing mid, I'm talking mainly about the towers, not the heroes.
Sure. Yeah, the tower pressure is going to be delayed a little bit, but it's probably going to happen before there's level 6 on, like, Disruptor and stuff. But interesting.
Ah! It's happened again! Sorry. We had to restart Dota, so that's the reason why.
Yeah, the settings are just...
I don't know why this keeps changing now. Like, this is meant to be like locked to profile. After you change it, it stays locked on your profile.
It's
so.
Wepa's curse.
I don't know what curse it is, but Volvo, please, like, you broke this already. When you attach it towards the profiles, please fix it so it actually stays attached to the profiles. Thank you. Thank you very much. This is a community service announcement from W1.
Oh, they saw him. They saw Kaka drop that word. He revealed himself when... Actually, I don't think it was the tower. I think the bear might have seen him as it was running out.
Oh, that's going to be some easy dewarding then. But they
should be.
They put both obs up on top lane.
That's the thing. They saw the second wards they dropped, and he dropped the first observer ward in a place where it's going to get dewarded, most likely. So.
And now Newbee actually see where the observer ward from EHOME is placed.
Yeah. Well, the good thing is there's no sentry wards on EHOME, so.
Are they actually going to use this vision to contest top rune? Like, Kaka has Icarus Dive on cooldown for the moment.
I don't think you contest.
Oh, they're centering to get rid of it. Okay, Fenrir, he ain't going to stand for this. He jumps in. There's still Icarus Dive in 1 second time. The wall comes up from Chuan, trying to keep him out of play. But just by their posturing, the dive! Too early.
Yeah.
Way too early. So Moo will get one. And he'll be the Tidehunter grabbing that rune on bottom.
And for once, I actually liked the perfect world lag there, because it was like dramatic, you know, suspense. Will he get the rune? 2 seconds later, we find out. Cliffhangers, dude, in Dota.
It's weird because the characters are moving beautifully at the moment, so it actually looks like we're not lagging properly.
Oh, yeah, no, not so much on my screen. I will be right back.
That's how you keep your eyes on mine. Alright, so KP's already pulling the creep wave up, so this will force Ice to tank up a little bit more than he would probably desire. But it's still going to be like, it's an experience versus experience trade-off on this bot lane.
Yeah, sure. I mean, this bottom lane is not too exciting for either of them, but that's what Newbee want. Newbee don't want exciting lanes at all. They want to have static, safe lanes where they can just farm up, and that's why you put a Tide mid. If you ever do that, you're not a big fan of action. But we'll see.
No money for you.
We'll see. The Quelling Blade on Tide lasting pretty well against the Dragonite mid.
Okay, so all the lanes will probably remain fairly passive for now.
Are you planning your escape, Toby?
No. I think I'm actually gonna be fine now.
All right. Cool.
Just turn a couple of things off and we get a little bit smoother. But I'm just thinking right now, as far as all the lanes go, like where does First Blood even happen? Like you could look towards Lanham for his rotations, as well as Fenrir. But that's kind of only going to happen in mid, especially when, okay, Moo, this is not a healthy lane for you.
Yeah, it really hurts the Enchantress impact here. And he has a nice set of creeps as well. He has a Troll and the Centaur. That kind of prompts him to gank right now with the smoke.
Well, they have one option. It's going to be KP, so if Fenrir can keep the control up, which, like, Enchantress is not moving. He's waiting.
Yeah.
Now he moves, waiting for KP.
Oh boy,
it's like he wanted to come him down the ramp to move for the 2-minute rune. The boulder forward, KP just slowed down too much. The Centaur's got his stomp off cooldown right now. Care of the Alpha Wolf, denial, and now Centaur Stomp, First Blood spilt by Fenrir. The man who was crushed in previous series, you've now given First Blood and momentum to. Not to mention Enchantress, look how quickly she moves.
Yeah.
Look for another creep, and then go towards the mid lane.
And nothing to find here. And he actually blocks up that camp. He doesn't want Doom to be farming safely there. He knows that Doom might just start playing more safe after he gets ganked once. So blocking off a little bit of the farm.
He's going to re-enchant.
Oh, he's trying for the courier.
Oh,
he's going.
Oh, with the haste rune, he's 100% got it as well.
Yeah, he got it.
Oh, Lanham doing such great rotations. These two, like...
That's what I said. The Fenrir and Landman combo.
Yeah, this is why we debated Shiva before.
That's what we told you, Shiva.
Yeah, you should have listened to us in the first place, Shiva. These guys have stepped it up a notch today. They are ready. They are fighting. They're looking good. Like old 11, even if he loses, he actually denies the bed too.
Clutch denied. That makes a massive difference. That's like almost denying a full kill. In terms of experience, it's not, but in terms of gold, it's more than a kill.
Yeah, it's 300 gold for that first one. That's not going to make Hal's life any easier, but he still managed to find some really good CS on Hal. 20 CS for him against the 6-4 that old 11's managed to achieve. But right now I'm kind of like wondering, like, Newbee, we kind of knew like they want to wait until they get like higher levels.
Yeah.
But who hits the sweet spot first? Like these rotations are going to keep coming out from old Lanham as well as Fenrir. But when do the cores really come online?
I think Tidehunter, he will come online pretty early, but the question is how, and he actually gets ganked right now. They're going behind him.
Run around the back, the Dragon Tail stun moves way too far up here, and Fenrir with a kick, it's going to be the Dragon Knight. Actually, yep.
Okay, it actually goes towards the,
tower.
Creeps and towers.
Whoops.
Getting that last hit, but that's good. Spreading
Money
the
for
love
everyone.
for everyone. Extra money. And, wow. Toby, imagine if EHOME go into this game and just take game 1 in this best of 5 when everyone is doubting them and everyone thinks that Newbee are going to take it.
When Newbee haven't lost a single game.
Yeah.
Like, is this like the curse of LGD? Hey, not a single game, lost in the group stage. Oh crap, we hit the main stage. Did something go wrong? I think something went wrong.
Exactly. Oh god. Poor LGD, you just reminded me of that. I had forgotten.
I'm sorry.
Condolences.
I like this from my side. He did this in the previous series as well, where like you go up against an offlaner that's just kind of like causing you issues with creep momentum, and he then creep skips.
Yep.
Like he forces the offlaner.
He pushes them out of experience. That's the biggest thing as well. Like he keeps them away from a few of the tower last hits, and every single creep matters on an offlane hero especially. You're looking at some experience deficit here. Look at bottom. The Darkseer is level 6, Doom is level 4. That's a pretty big advantage. Sure, he did get some help with the ganks.
Mm-hmm.
I love the pull and the Iron Shell there as well. Beautiful stuff. Just getting some extra farm done.
Well, this is the combination too, which you always look for. You Iron Shell up on Fenrir, and he does it just before the TP. Looks like Ravage is blowing up, and Fenrir, it's not going to find the target. He finds the kick over to Kaka.
Yeah.
But he's a little bit too late as well as I'd actually see that kill happening.
Good kill on Dragon Knight there, and that's what they need to do. They need to play around the Tidehunter when he gets his level 6 there, so they instantly get value out of that Ravage. And meanwhile, they're stacking in a jungle quite a bit, it seems as well. Or just a little bit on the medium camp.
They want to really still fight this mid. Iron Shell will wear off now. Do the Dire even have? Okay, so they've only got one Observer Ward in the field that I can see, and it's the one which they freshly planted on the top rune, which did scat out Latham. So I suppose in one way it does work.
I mean, Dire don't have so good wards because both the wards got dewarded. That's what happened in the beginning there when you get scouted. So they're not operating on too much vision. Trying again for the dive. Kaka not really on point with the timing.
Something seems a little off for him. Like, Kaka was one of these players, when I first saw him play, his timing and his decision-making was just so amazing. That was back when he was playing the off-lane. And that was for...
Hyperglory team.
For HGT, yeah, because we got corrected on that one in our previous cast in the grand final, because we thought he was on CIS. But bottom lane, KP, oh, that control. It's just so good, and with the double Iron Shell burn...
Oh, the wall to last hit. That's typical Ice. Great stuff. But I want to point out at the same time, Lanham gets the third D ward here. This is just so much vision being denied. They have no wards on the map.
Okay, they're going to lose their own Observer, however, and then he counters the sentry that was then sentried.
He kills one. Oh my god.
The other big thing is, too, he's interfering with the stacks of Newbee.
Yeah.
So you're actually, like, in a way, Lanham is now stealing from the pockets of the Newbee heroes.
Yeah, he's just delaying the Blink Dagger by a lot for a Tidehunter. That's what he's doing right now.
Lanham, well, locked inside the wall. Thinking about turning around and fighting. Well, he is going to stay on top of Kaka. Tries to actually play with the Fog of War. With the sprites that are healing him up, he's got 7 1 charges available too. Spectre has come over. Lanham will spend everything he's got. He's got 8 1 charges now. He'll trigger them, and he just keeps running away. And they will kill him off.
Yeah, but
you come so far. Like, you use your first haunt. And what else is left now? Like, you're so far away from your lane.
Haunt used would be fine. It's just the fact that he ran for so long, all the way down between the tier 2 and tier 3. It gives tons of space to hold 11. You know, that's one of those deaths where you're actually fine with that as Enchantress. And you also had plenty of time to buy up items. So he's just looking like he's playing really good right now, Lanham.
I suppose one of the other big question marks we can add is just the fact that, like, okay, house money is there. Actually, no. I gotta take that question back. The question's a stupid question.
How is actually looking like he's going into the Urn and going for the more aggressive build. Oh, he actually goes for Aquila, okay. Probably might go for the Urn and play aggressively as a playmaker for his team and just eventually get his farm.
I'll see if the armor can help him actually survive this gank. They're coming up to Moo is smoked up. Actually, no, that's an invis room for the Tidehunter. Old Chicken as well as Lanham. They're going to see Kaka into dragon form, hoping for the range stun. Kaka walks back in range, or almost.
Oh, they're getting baited. This Ravage could be really dangerous.
Ah, the Radiant Sentry was down, however. I think Lanham's going to see Moo moving in from the side. He can ping him out. Old Chicken, he's the one on the front lines. Gushed up. The Disruptive Wall is there. Moo, now he'll blow the Ravage. Hitting into the DK. Old 11 is also not too healthy. The Savage Roar will force the rest of Newbee back. He may lose his bear at the moment. There is a respawn for it. So we can bring it back up again. So you lose both bear as well as DK. Okay, maybe a little bit more. Fenrir pulled in. No boulder.
And that's Newbee, just playing very solid there. That Invis rune and the rotation was really good by Moo. They didn't get too much with the Ravage itself, but now getting the bonus kill afterwards as well.
There still wasn't all of EHOME as well as Newbee. The Doom wasn't involved in the fight. The Darkseer wasn't involved in the fight.
Oh, they're having their own little lane down there.
Yeah.
Like, they were actually chasing each other in a tree line. I was looking at it, but there was no way any of them would kill the other, so it was just kind of awkward to watch. Decided not to tell you about it, but yeah,
it's
now you know.
Okay, so EHOME's net worth after that little skirmish, they've managed to drop about 1,500.
Yeah, it was really big. It's the last hit on the bear as well, as winning a pretty big team fight. And there were so many people rotating from EHOME. They had 4 people up there, so it's a lot of time invested.
It was also like their initiation to start with. And it could have been so different. Like, Kaka came so close to getting stunned up by Old Chicken. If you removed him from the fight, that would have been a very different kettle of fish.
Yeah, but now he's level 5 and working his way towards level 6 on this Phoenix. More importantly, though, this Earth Spirit is the one I'm looking to. When he gets his level 6 on Earth Spirit, that's when EHOME can turn up the aggression even more.
Yeah, and that was when Fenrir made big plays in the previous series too.
Yeah.
Just using that magnetize. Also got to see the ability to push. Because that's one thing which I kind of feel like EHOME have like a lot more strength in. Like they take one small skirmish, they can instantly take a tower after.
These D-wards, EHOME just D-warding another ward here. Toby is slightly dying, so... But
sorry.
This is insane.
I hope that didn't come through on your microphone.
It's probably fine. Newbee are trying to smoke here, but Newbee have barely any vision. They managed to drop one new here. It's insane. I think they've been D-warded 4 times already in the first 10 minutes.
Well, if we're in Warcraft 3, I could tell you how many wards were denied.
True, but the technology is not here yet, Toby.
It was only here in Warcraft 3 days.
I actually missed the expanded stats. I wish we would get down.
They were really, really good.
On the end screen. I'm just going to lob for it a little bit. Bring it back, please.
Yes, there we go. We started right here, right now.
Sign the petition, guys.
Yes, give us a petition for, like, just copy the old Warcraft 3 stats. I'm fine for that kind of jazz.
Actually, yeah.
Well, so, that was such good information, too.
All right. Looking at this game, this Lone Druid, Old 11 is getting tons of farm here on the offlane. Sure, the Spectre is farming a lot. She is getting really strong. She actually went for a casual Vit booster early. Oh, Kaka
well,
running in circles.
I don't think he wants to reveal his position.
Yeah.
I think that's the primary reason why they're not dewarding it.
Yeah, you do get revealed when you're attacking it, so. Oh, wow. A lot of people playing towards top. They have the Mud Golem with low HP. It's about to throw a triple stun, you know?
But look who's not in. You've got a lot of newbie, well, I say a lot of, you got 3 newbies there. And then KP and Sean smoke up and they're heading towards the bot lane. Because that's where Fenrir is currently just like solo farming up, but everyone's missing, so Fenrir should be a little bit more cautious.
It's a pretty smart move to smoke down bottom right now, because it's very unforeseen. I mean, it's going to be hard to dodge this gang for Fenrir.
They need to get the Doom. Oh, he got out of the Storm. The Glimpse too far away. He's not locked inside the Storm, so they're going to commit the Doom. Support is TPing in. Spectre also going to haunt Ice back, keep them away from Fenrir, but he's still going to tick out to the Doom. And maybe now Ice not too comfortable with his position. They wall him up. He's actually lost his illusions. He gets out of it. Oh, okay, where's the extra help? The damage on How? He's taking too much from the tower. Not enough to kill him, however.
Mid lane, they're going on the Tidehunter as well, trying, but Tide is so tanky.
Phoenix, there goes your Ravage. The Nova is also available. He potentially could have coupled it up there. Lanham burning inside that Sunray, unable to walk out. So Old Chicken is forced to retreat back to his tier 1 tower.
Yeah, he doesn't want to use his egg until he has a point in Fire Spirit.
Yeah, that's a good point. He's on full Sunray support.
Yep.
Old Chicken now, he's walled up. There's
That's
no
Sunray
support.
doing the work.
I think he's going to glimpse him back into it. And it's the Doom who gets the last hit. The trade-off is you lose your tier 1 tower on the top lane to a lone Druid, who's now 1k away from having his relic.
Yeah, Newbee playing really solid now though, getting a ton of stuff, but if we look at the CS chart, we can see there's so many farming on EHOME, and they're actually keeping up, you know, they're behind in farm for sure, but if we look at the net worth, it's the same.
Just found another Obs and Sentry.
I mean, Lanham has been insane at dewarding.
For the people on the mainstream right now, I think we're actually sitting at 6 Observer wards already dewarded within 14 minutes from Lanham.
I actually believe it's, I believe it might be 6. It's 5 at least. Yeah, maybe 6, which is insane. I can't remember last time I've seen someone deward this well.
He's seeing
and we're streaming on delay, people. Don't worry about
that. He's fighting it before we hit 5 minutes. I think so.
He's finding it, you know, before the ward has lasted a minute, dude. He's pretty quick.
Now, this is the time where I'm kind of feeling like EHOME is going to reach a better spot. Like, the mech is over on Ice. Like, that bottom lane, it happened the way it happened, but it was Fenrir they committed on. Like, that's almost Newbee who are probably watching the last series and going, hey, Fenrir's a bit of a problem. Maybe we should make sure he doesn't get his Veil of Discord by 18 minutes into the game.
Yeah, I just think it was a really good read on the map. Like, Newbee are hard to predict the ways they move. And even now, 3-man smoke in
Predict
here.
this. Oh, the Satyr just went up. It's going to break the smoke, allowing Lamb to go back. And the kick, it's going to be there, but they actually dodge it. The Storm is up, but the wall doesn't come with it fast enough. Lanham will have to be dragged back into it. The Nova will go to work. And, well, Old Chicken, they got to keep finishing, hitting this thing. One more attack, Old Chicken. They get through it. You can say goodbye to Phoenix. Fenrir back into the fight with a following kick. Olchik is fighting underneath the tower. He's just so damn tanky with a savage
the
roar. They're pushing him away.
What?
They can't finish the job. And even the entangle on Moo. They have to fight under the tower. Ice is finally freed from
They're
the
so
doom
strong.
constraints. Fenrir, he can't get himself out of this one. He will still die. But now in comes Lanham looking for that impetus damage. The Ravage is off cooldown now. Moo will let it rip. A triple kill for Moo. 4 down for EHOME. And that is what they weren't ready for. They didn't know when the Ravage would come back up again. And EHOME get caught with their pants down and get knackered.
Yeah, that was a little bit awkward for Enchantress. She runs in and she's like, wait, did this Tidehunter use Ravage yet? Or is it... okay.
It has to be down for the fight, right? You would have used it already.
Yeah, about that. And he's looking at a full mech, 1500 gold. Newbee are playing very, very strong in these team fights. But yeah, they're just outperforming in total against EHOME here.
You could see though, like EHOME had a lot to work with there. Like if they didn't get hit by that Ravage, they were on top of that fight.
Yeah, they were. They should just have had the discipline to back out afterwards. I think they played a good fight, especially the Savage Roar timing there was beautiful. And I think they're at the point where they want to deny this mid tower.
Yeah. But
There's
the
no way
Earth
they're
Spirit
gonna
was
keep it.
hitting it. Like he laid into it twice, but
Yeah,
he didn't
I guess
finish
they
the
want to
job.
bait the enemy with it.
Maybe.
Bait them to come to mid and just make a play around it. And is he gonna find that ward? He finds this ward too! Land him! What are you, a god?
He may have seen them plant it during the team fight.
He may have.
But that would be also unbelievable to keep watching inventories of the supports during the middle of the fight.
But the 6th or 7th D ward in 16 minutes?
So someone go back and count this guy. He literally, like, this is PMS. Wait, that's the wrong version.
Yeah.
Moo. TP's in on the front lines. At least for him, the Iron Shell's now going to wear off, but they put one onto Olchik and Kaka. Already burned the Sunray. He still doesn't have a point up in Fire Spirits, so he has no more control once the Sunray goes down.
Yeah, and we did see him in last fight. He did the aggressive egg, but, you know, without Fire Spirits on anyone, the egg is a pretty easy target, even for a solo DK. Just those power treads got me enough.
Alright, so mid tower finally gets denied. EHOME also take the mid tower, so DK doing both of that. What do we want to see from the DK? Like, is this a Dragonlance game again?
I think this is actually just a BKB rush game against Newbee for sure.
So you don't get affected by the Ravage, don't get affected by Disruptor.
Yeah.
Everybody. Okay. Yeah.
Like
Yep.
in this game, you just have to have this reliable BKB so you can kill the egg. If you don't have this, you're gonna struggle a lot. So I think that's the most reasonable choice.
Newbee is almost 5-man down here on bottom lane. There's just Hal who's setting behind. He's got Horn available, so EHOME, they have the option to go into the fight, but they don't have Dragon Form available.
Yeah, and
They do,
mean,
they
right
do have the
now-
Radiance, however.
right
so it's just
now
arrived.
is a power peak for EHOME. They have the Radiance completed on their Lone Druid, and there's no Radiance on the Spectre. She has 3,000 gold that's not doing anything right now. If they take a fight, they could definitely win it now.
Newbee are not forcing this to fast enough. Ice now TPing down. It looks like they're going to smoke and move forward. Yep, they even catch the bear in the middle of this. But Newbee are peeing it out too. Like, is that actually... Are they rotating up for Hal?
They want to have as big of a team fight
The
as
Observer
possible.
Ward saw Hal coming down. They're going to try and catch him out as he comes up the hill. Old Chicken is here. They need that stun. And Fenrir, well, he's going to get the kick off. Old Chicken can't get himself out of the wall. So there's no Dragon Form. He's got 12-1 charge. The Nova is down. They really want this DK to drop with it back into the wall. However, 3 to catch. The Ravage will create a little bit of space as well as the Nova crash. And they will bring down Ice as well as DK. That was the Doom that was helping to kill off the Darkseer. The kick still flying out here from the Earth Spirit. Old 11 dragged back in again thanks to the Glyphs of Fenrir. He's almost doing this himself with the extra help with that bear. The Radiant Sperm made this so hard for Newbee, but they bring down at least that lone druid. Kaka, Fenrir, one more attack. It's actually not going to be enough. He can't finish the job. And again, Newbee are able to come out on top of the fight, even though EHOME almost had the perfect setup, killing off the Spectre. But they couldn't get the initiation. They were just a second too late.
Yeah, they took too long to make that decision to go for Hasted Spectre. If they want to go for that, they have to make the decision really lightning fast. If they just went for the big team fight though, I think they might have won. They just felt confident that they would be there in time. Oh, Lanham, you have to be careful. That Sunray is really, really dangerous.
He's going to Sprite and then try and impetus down Kaka. He's actually going to do it almost! It's close.
That was fairly close. Yeah, just gonna back out here. And Newbee are looking great now because they will have their Radiance on Spectre. And Radiance on Spectre is bigger than the Radiance on Lone Druid in terms of the impact in a team fight, for sure. So now EHOME, maybe they have to start playing the split push game. They can't take these big 5-on-5 engagements because Newbee are too strong. All they have done is draft team fights. You have to respect that a little bit. Just play the farming game, play the split push, and try and keep the Spectre ganked.
Maybe keep Moo out of these damn fights. Every time, like, I almost want to see like Earth Spirit as well as DK come in for it, but it's like a 1200 HP hero to get through. If you can stop the Ravage, or maybe that's just like it's BKB.
You can't stop the Ravage from coming out. I don't think. I mean, you don't have any tool to do so. Even if
you just BKB time it. That's all.
Yeah, you have to just accept that the Ravage will be there, which is also why the Tidehunter didn't go for Blink Dagger. Because he knows he can just walk into a fight and they cannot stop it.
Nice to die from Kaka. Just taking a little bit more of that money away from EHOME. He's going to start up his Sunray as well, trying to dissuade EHOME from it going for more. But with Dragon Form triggered from Old Chicken, they know Ravage is down. And it's down for another 16 seconds.
It's
so
not a long time though.
It is not. And they know what happened underneath that mid tower when it came back off cooldown. These fights definitely can easily last for 16 seconds.
Yeah, they're not going to go for team fights. If they do, it's going to be a disaster of a mistake.
But they got 5 heroes here together. Like, if you're not going to go for the team fight, you got to split yourself up.
Yeah, TP the bear up to top lane. They have a TP scroll on it. Just send it to split push. They need to start playing around Newbee a lot more.
Old Chicken TPs towards the mid. This will allow him to get at least a little bit more farm to finish up this BKB of his.
Yeah.
There's no ancient stacks for him, and it actually looks like Newbee walks past their own ancient stack under the cover of smoke, looking for a target if they can find one.
Yeah. This time they smoked and dropped a ward.
Oh, here they come. Old Chicken, the jump, the gush. He gets the Dragon Tail stun over on Moose. Spectral Horn gonna come in, and again Chuan right on the money as far as the control goes, and brings back Lanham. He's got sprites available. Now he's gonna trigger them, and that'll give him a little bit more life, but it won't be enough to survive. Anchor Smash and Gush there.
Yeah, he just gets brought down. That's 2 more kills. EHOME just bleeding a lot here against Newbee.
For all the dewarding that has happened, EHOME haven't fully read the movements of Newbee. Like, they just seem to be jumping like around the map.
Yeah.
And EHOME are just caught unawares. Like, the DK halfway up the lane, while the rest of his team was nearby but not close enough.
I think they know where they are. They're just making some incorrect plays on when to... Like, this smoke gang is an exception. I'm not talking about that. Talking about when they moved bottom and they saw the Spectre and everything. Like, they know exactly where they are. They just made the wrong fight about how to take the fights. But it's Blade Mail now on the Spirit Bear. Gonna try and soak up as much damage as possible. There is a lot of AoE damage, so I suppose it's very gimmicky though.
He's just gonna throw it into the Phoenix. Force him to turn off the Sunray, or...
Yeah, I mean, most likely just, you know, he might even go for double Blade Mail on the Bear and just try to play towards, you know, Scorched Earth, the Disruptor ulti, the Radiance on Spectre. Like, there's a lot of things that are gonna deal damage they can't help.
Yep.
And especially a Sunray, as you said, that's one of the strongest things. But that he can turn off immediately.
Lanham, you're about to lose your ward, man. He threw it down right on top of the dire Observer.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
No.
Chuan is gonna get some revenge.
Oh,
Oh wow, a little bit of a miss. It's fine.
Okay.
Like,
They commit double sentries.
Yeah, it's still
Wait,
ward
did they
down.
burn a happy tree?
Actually, the story has changed. Right now, it's Radiant who do not have a single ward down, and mostly because they cannot get on the map so easily. Sure, they get dewarded there, but they're just being kept in their base right now.
For now.
Yeah.
Like, you just start scouting out with a bear. Old 11 does have the ability to like just resummon it. So he's got no problem there, and now you get also the BKB on Dragon Knight. So this is their time to attack. We got smoke. We have smoke. 2 of them over on the Earth Spirit. So make the most out of that BKB. They are out of vision of the dire side while they do this.
Yeah, I don't think they can give away this Roshan without a contest. And the sad part is, Newbee have way much more to do in Roche Pit. They have a lot of dangerous things. So this is going to be a hard fight. The hardest one yet.
If Ice can get the combo off, however. Like, this is a Darkseer in the Roshan Pit.
Yeah,
you have Ravage available, but you just need to get that perfect, like kick after Ice gets initiation. That's what EHOME did before. And that's what they'll try now. They loop around, and they actually find Chuan. He gets the ulti off, the kick will fly up. The Nova Kaka not letting it go, actually gets bashed up by Roshan. Chuan, he's going to barely live. Old Chicken's trying to chase him down, but now Kaka back into the fight. The impetus from Lanham. Kaka's going to go into Nova before he dies right now. Forced into the mix-up. They glimpse back Ice, so we can't keep chasing the fight. Old Chicken still penned like a caged animal, and Newbee, their positioning is just so damn good. They bring down 3. Lanham will be able to TP himself away in time, and Roshan will now be finished up by Newbee.
Yeah, that was a very, very important fight as well. And just credit to Newbee, like Chon has such fast reactions there when they go on him. The fact that he lives is just insane, and they dropped his ulti so quickly is, I mean, that is just perfect decision making immediately.
You can see EHOME's priorities too. Like, they want to stop Chon from controlling them.
Yeah.
Like, you loop around like that, you're expecting the support to be up on the hill, as opposed to just doing what they could have done, which is ball in towards the Roche pit and potentially just get caught in the middle of the storm.
Yeah, they cannot fight like that. If they walk straight into a Roche pit, they will die. So they have to do exactly what they did there.
That's why I kind of wonder, like, if you just sacrifice the Darkseer to get the combo off, like you throw the Darkseer in and move in with the DK, he triggers his BKB so you don't have to worry about the storm, and then allow everyone else to just jump in and pick your better targets after that. Because the Earthspirit, he's just going to kick around, right?
Yeah, but then you also kind of sacrifice the mech carrier. He's probably just going to get doomed immediately when he walks in, and you know, it's tough decisions all around here. And right now, there's just a lot of items flowing into Newbee's inventories.
Yeah, their advantage is stretching over 10,000 in the gold and about 17k in the experience.
Yeah, KP is looking really farmed as well. Got that Mystic Staff.
I'll take that.
And if he actually gets a Shiva's up too, this DK is... yeah.
Yeah, it's going to mitigate so much of the damage output, because the bear has no attack speed, really. I mean, it only has the Midas and the Rabbit.
That's when you start looking towards Lanham to do something, but he's only got 4k net worth on the field.
Yeah. This is looking very, very tough for EHOME. I'm starting to feel that they need to make a perfect, like, surprise catch. Here, they were expected to go and catch the enemy in the Roche pit, but they need to, like, try and be sneaky.
You're talking about some kind of like side lane pick.
Exactly, going for the enemy when they don't expect it so much.
Like this kind of moment. You got 3 players pushing in through top. The rest of Newbee can come pretty quickly though, like, cause that's the other downside. Like, cause how could just Spectral Horn
Spectre,
in?
yeah.
Right.
That's the thing. That's the thing about having Spectre as your carry. The enemy ganks actually become pretty obvious, because either they gank your team, in which case Spectre can join, so you will force a big 5v5 anyway. And the other option is ganking the Spectre, but she has an Aegis right now, so that option is, you know, it's locked for now.
Oh, Newbee will take out the tier 1 tower. Old 11 still tries to keep that pressure on the bottom.
Yeah, he should keep going there.
There's your Spectral Horn. They look down towards Old 11. Starts the TP. Well, looks like Glimpse is already used, so say goodbye to Old 11.
Yeah, he does get out.
He lost his pair. Wait, have they found one?
Wow, good blink.
KP so quick.
Yeah, he just
Old
blinked
Chicken's
away.
on the run, but because he didn't go the Shadowblade initiation, instead he went into the BKB. Like, EHOME just don't have that initiation at all.
Yeah, but he can't go for anything else. It's just so hard.
Oh.
I don't think this game is an easy draft to play at all, because Newbee realize if they just have really good team fights, and then tier 2 towers giving so much armor as well, whenever the enemy try and push for a tier 2 tower, not that we even got to that point, but you could make such a strong stand there and just have the late game on Spectre. I think this patch favors like hard carries like Spectre a lot, just late gamers in general. And Lone Druid is still, it's a good carry, but it's harder to play.
Can't believe how much money Moo's still walking on.
Yeah,
he's got almost 14k net worth. He's almost neck and neck with the Spectre.
I think
but having 6 kills, 1 death, and 10 assists, that can definitely help.
I think he's just gonna buy the entire refresher. I think that's what he's doing. He's saving up money and he doesn't want to show any of the components, because then that gives information away to the enemy. You want to surprise the enemy with the double Ravage.
A little bit of a trade-off. Old 11's managed to take out the tier 2 tower up on top. They're going to lose their tier 2 tower on bottom lane, but then again, Old Chicken's also harassing the mid. A big circle is being drawn up right now. That's actually coming out from Ice and the region of the Dire jungle.
Yeah, he's saying get out of this area.
But this is really good for EHOME. Like, you think about it, like with Newbee's advantage, they're so far ahead. But you trade a tower as well as like heavy damage onto the tier 3 on the top lane.
Sure.
This is why I'm like, I'm concerned for Newbee. With all the net worth they've managed to achieve, with all the team fight power they've managed to get, they could still, if they have one bad engagement, lose out so heavily in the ranks just because this lone druid is still looking very, very good. Is that Old 11 actually buying an Ags? Yeah, he is. He's actually buying an Aghanim Scepter on this lone druid.
Okay, I think they lost. I don't think that's the item. I really
I
hate
think
this.
I understand the reason why he's doing it though.
Yeah.
Because they just turned this into a split push.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Because as I say, they're never going to win a team fight. But it's just... it's just going to delay the inevitable, I feel. Because this is not going to ever put them at a stage where they can win the team fight. And split pushing against a Radiance Manta-style Spectre is not proven the way to beat her. Well, we'll see. I don't know. It's going to be tough.
Oh, let's see how it goes. Moo.
Oh, the
Gonna have that,
refresher is up.
Gonna have that rune denied, and then
He could
instant
kill this.
TP out. Okay, yep, you'll go for it.
He
May
should
as well.
refresh. Yeah, he will refresh immediately.
And then trigger Greaves, all of a sudden, mana is back again. Isn't
Yep.
this a wonderful thing?
2 Greaves, very nice. He could go for pipe if he wanted to as well. He could deny a ton of the EHOME damage because he would have 2 pipes with this refresher. Since they stack now, the barriers, that would be a very evil move. Not sure he will do it though. I think Octarine or Aghanims. Probably Octarine would be best.
God, Hal's getting big.
Yeah, they...
He's rapidly approaching that heart.
well, Newbee are accumulating critical mass, basically. That's what this game is about. If we look at gold, yes, it's, you know, almost 14,000 ahead. But if you look at experience, it's more than 20,000. And that is a very, very tough mountain to climb.
It'll be a casual VIP booster. He goes straight to Fuser Blade. Top lane, they're going to find out Old 11. Well, at least the bear will survive after Old 11 dies. He'll TP out. Not in time. Bear's on the run.
Bear's on the run, still alive. Well, it doesn't really know where to go. Maybe we could TP the bear right now.
Oh, the blade mail.
Yeah,
Carcass died. He's still going to die.
And he should have TP'd it.
Goodbye, bear.
Oh well, that is tough. Even with Aghanims, his bear is still, you know, just gonna cry and die.
That's because he doesn't have AC. No armor.
Well, yeah.
Oh, not much armor.
It's not gonna...
Lanham? Oh, they would like to have a crack at Moo, but Moo finishes pushing the wave out, and then it's over.
Oh, Dumas travels now as well. With the Blink and Shivas, he can really set up ganks for Newbee. And since they have Spectre Haunt, I think just Doom and him could kill stuff. They're gonna smoke up though.
Oh, where are they off to? Roshan's still got another 1 minute before he could potentially spawn.
They want Old
So
Chicken.
this is a Radiant jungle invasion.
They're bullying Old Chicken a lot. Oh, that is beautiful. Arcane Rune for the Tidehunter. He's got some nice spells to put on.
Not too shabby. Old Chicken, he's also holding onto a hell of a lot of money. Doom, straight up,
boy.
they glimpse him back. Does he spend any of this cash? He buys a straight SMY before he dies.
Yep, that's the money spent. That also means that he doesn't have buybacks though.
Yeah.
So he made a big decision there. I think it's fine, because the enemy are not going to go for a tier 3 tower, I think. It's just going to be a tier 2 tower, and they wouldn't be able to make the buyback anyway for that. I don't know. This feels very inevitable. I don't see Lone Druid ever carrying. It's like watching a team that only has a mid and no carry against a team that does have a Spectre carry.
Yeah.
You know? Like, this Lone Druid is never going to out-carry the Spectre. And I don't see how they're going to end it.
The only way they really get an advantage back in this game is if Newbee goes for a bad trade. That's kind of it.
Yeah, but a bad trade would be like, you know, walking into a wall 10 times or something. They would have to, you know, dive fountain and not realize that it is the fountain, something like that. Like, even if they were to somehow be in the enemy fountain right now, I think they would walk out alive.
I'd say like a bad trade being like Ice, Blink, Vax, while 5 heroes are trying to TP back to base stop a bear from taking your axe.
All right,
That for me is a bad trade.
Yeah. 5-man
And the bear will keep doing this. Like I think this is the primary reason why. You're going to get so much money onto Old 11 because he's able to keep attacking with the bear.
Sure.
And it pushes the creep wave out a lot faster. So Newbee, if they are going to push,
well,
they kind of have to force the issue a little bit harder. And that's what EHOME want. They want to actually have like Newbee pushing into the tier 3 tower and Ice hitting his combo.
Well, they also want to push this tier 3 tower with the bear attacking. Normally, if the creeps just reach there, you can ignore that once or twice as Newbee. But now you're always going to have someone there. Sadly, they have the perfect carry for the job. So, yeah.
Well, Spectre can't hoard a bear.
Yes, she definitely can. She would perch that bear and kill it if it came too close. Sad story for Spectre. Roshan, looking like it's going to be a little while until it's up.
Dire just using their courier to watch it.
Yep.
I don't think they're really scared about EHOME coming over the river to have a look themselves.
No, again, they are running the no true carry sensation. I'm saying that while he has 278 CS, I mean, the Lone Druid is going to get farmed in CS. That's for sure. It's just...
Newbee actually committing to kill off. Okay, they scanned for a second because the Lone Druid was up here. And the bear just needs a little bit of space to get recalled. That's enough space.
It's very, very ratty right now.
It's insanely ratty. I'm actually thinking like this is almost like a Tinker kind of style thing. Like, what are you going to do? Oh, I've got to go back because the creep wave's pushing in. But in this case, like, well, I don't kill a Tinker, I kill a bear.
Well,
I kill a summon.
I think Newbee are just walking after the bear there because there's nothing else to do. They know Roshan shouldn't be up just yet, and now they have time to just let Spectre push top and move and check Rosh. So it was more just killing time trying to find the bear. Because they don't want to do something else. Say some hunting, you know.
There's something so satisfying about watching this though. Like, it's a creep wave and a half. In fact, it's actually more like 2 creep waves and a half pushing into this bottom tower.
It's only satisfying because you're not playing against
Oh, chicken out way too far. Gonna get initiated on. They're gonna doom him as well. You can say goodbye to your Dragon Knight. He does have buyback, however.
He does, but that's one more time him dying.
This bear, I guess. Okay, that's now...
Yeah, it's dead.
Yeah.
That's some casual hunting by How. He does like going for some bears.
It's going to get resummoned, however, so it just now pushes out the top lane instead. So you take out the DK, and I suppose they got Roshan anyway, so they don't really lose out too much, because if you had to pull the Spectre back, and then... Actually, she had Spectral Horn anyway, so yeah, you don't lose anything. It's fine.
No, Spectre, Newbee are flat out winning everything. It's just EHOME are trying to delay this, but this game is, you know, I'm real, Toby. This game is pretty dead.
Yeah. The scan from EHOME also realized what the hell's going on. They scanned Roshan and saw the heroes were there.
Yeah. Well, I do want to give cred to EHOME for trying, but at some point it gets demoralizing to play a game. And I think when you have your mid player be 0, 9, and 1, in a best of 5 especially, where you have what exactly farming against the Spectre late game? Just you have inferior team fights, you have inferior carry, and you're just delaying the game. I feel this could damage your team atmosphere.
The reason why, you know, the reason why EHOME is still in here though, like they believe in their high ground defense. Like that's the primary thing. They delay the high ground attack and then force Newbee into like a disadvantaged position.
Yeah.
And that's when potentially they can win. And Newbee, like they must be aware of this as well, and it's the reason why they're not fighting. It's the reason why they haven't just gone, hey, let's attack this tier 3 tower on bot lane. We just go as 5 when we have double Ravage.
Newbee are not fighting because the qualify slot is very important, and they're taking this stuff seriously. So if they can just keep playing like this and knowing that they're gonna win, unless something, you know, intervenes, then they're gonna keep doing this. They're gonna get the Spectre to gear cap and everyone else.
What's he saving for? 5.2k gold over on the Lone Druid? Like, you could potentially have already had your AC.
I'm actually surprised that the way Old Development played after he got his Aghanims, he should have been farming more aggressively with his hero. I say that right now as he does move a little bit out of position. But the reason I say this, even if he dies,
this bear.
the bear is still alive.
The bear is surrounded by like 5 heroes right now. Yep, okay, call it out.
Yeah, it's fine.
God, this really is full rat. ISI's now pushing in the bottom lane with his Iron Shells. He's got TP off cooldown in 5 seconds time. But Newbee will take this tier 2 tower on the top lane. It's the last remaining outer tower for EHOME.
Yeah, this tower is not long for this world. Doom is just gonna walk in. He has so much armor. BKB available.
So we get Octarine now as well for the Tide.
Yep, Octarine with the refresher. Just beautiful for him. Tons of mana as well, so he's never gonna be missing mana for his refresh.
He was actually wanting to go on How? No.
He has Aegis.
Yeah, you're not doing jack.
You cannot
the only thing you could potentially do is cancel his BTs.
Yeah.
Because that would stop him from buying back and then haunting back into the fight.
Sure.
That's the only thing. Ravage, top lane. Gonna go off. Nova behind the line. Secondary Ravage as well. They've already killed off the DK as well as the Enchantress. Didn't even see him live before that fight began. And the Geometry site, well, Courier is gonna grab it. They can't get the attack. Old Chicken's gonna be glimpsed back away. The kick will fly forward, catching up Moo now. With both of these Ravages down, EHOME might feel a little bit more confident to move forward. I say a little bit. They've now got a BKB over on this Spirit Bear. So that's what the money being saved up was for from Old 11.
Look at Newbee. They're just Like, okay, we used all our ultis. Let's just back. We don't have to go in yet. Oh, this is painful.
That was also the buyback from the DK.
Yeah.
Like the guy who's now died 10 times is forced to buy back.
I mean, I truly believe that in a long series like this, you're just killing your morale if you die 10 times like this. But hopefully Old Chicken is not affected by this. Score is just a number, Old Chicken.
Oh, this advantage is so big. If Newbee do lose this, then they have got to be face palming it out.
I don't think I've seen a position like this ever lost in Dota, actually.
Well, there was a North American game which came pretty damn close.
Yeah, I was not, referring to NA scene.
Old Chicken. Kick. He's still being diffused up. And how? Okay, is it my imagination, or has he been sitting on seven diffusal charges forever?
Yeah.
That can't be right. Like, he's used the charges.
He's used one. Only one.
He used it on bottom lane too. That's why I think it's bugged. I might be wrong.
No,
Like,
I
just
think he
just
only
watch
used
him
one.
again. See if it happens again.
Yeah.
Oh man, that bear. Oh, that bear.
No, it's not
Wow.
bugged.
The kick's gonna be there. The bear will drop down with KP jumping forward. That impetus damage onto How. It's not gonna do enough because he gets into the Glimmer Cape in time.
And the
Plus,
heart.
he's still got the Aegis as the Immortal.
Yep. And the heart is starting to regening up, so he's gonna go again.
Moo jumps forward. Remember, this is the resummon of the bear. They won't have another one for 103 seconds. So How, the kicks, the breathe fire, the dragon tail. They just try and bring down How if possible. Blade Mail comes up, and Moo jumps in for the ravage. The Doom is down, and this could be the last fight. The Nova's in the perfect position. They couldn't actually, there's no way they can stop that. Glimpse everyone back. It's Fenrir who's trying to ball himself away, but Doom with the blink and the purge, he'll be kicked into the tier 4 towers. Fenrir almost burning out during all of this.
Yeah, and meanwhile, no HP lost on Newbee.
GG. GG. So game 1 goes the way of Newbee. They continue to keep their undefeated streak going here in the qualifiers. Not a single game dropped. They're looking strong. EHOME had a moment there, but the moment was short-lived.
Yeah, the early game, the rotations were good, but then they started taking some really poor engagements into a 5-man. They didn't respect the levels enough. As soon as level 6 was up on every hero across Newbee, there's no way you're going to win a fair 5-on-5. So you need to be very careful about those engagements.
Well, we'll have ourselves a break. These guys don't like waiting, so you probably won't have a long break. We'll be back for game number 2 of this best of 5. Newbee now 1 game up.